The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
Hey everyone, welcome to I Am the CEO Show. I am your co-host, Eric Robinson, aka the Soul Motivator. And today, I am joined by my co-host,
Mr. James Burrell, aka the Professor.
And ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're thinking already. Who is this lovely young lady sitting in the middle? We're joined none other than the expert herself on relationships and business, Miss Lilly Mateo. Lilly.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Co-host of Let's Chat. So we're going to do a lot of chatting today.
Yes, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Lilly,
it's always a hot button topic.
Yes. We're going to talk relationships. And this is a hot season for relationships. Right now we're in the holiday season. People talking about relationships, talking about who's going where, who's doing what. We're going to jump in it. And so before we jump in it, let's take a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. James, do you mind if I take a couple of seconds and share this one right here?
Sure.
Because I'm going to...
Y'all do that too. Like and share too. Put some comments. Yes. We like the comments. We like the little hearts that pop up. We like the little thumbs that pop up on the side. So like, share, comment. Give us some comment, and we read them too. Just to let you know, we read the comments. The comments are very important. They've been very insightful, and we appreciate that. So like, comment, and definitely share. Spread this thing around. Let people know, because we're gonna talk about relationships.
Ooh, sex and business. I don't know. Y'all, this is for the growing section, James. We're gonna talk about sex and business. Relationships. So hold on. I gotta put this into people. I gotta let some people know about this real quick here. Don't y'all get mad, because see, sometimes I get people reply and say, Eric, you was down there sharing. You should have been talking to me. So for those who are upset, I'm going to share it to a couple of people. Sex and business. I'm gonna let some people know. So here we go.
Yeah. Relationships. This is going to be a hot topic today. So it's a cold day. It's rainy. But today in here, we're going to steam it up a little bit. How about that? Y'all okay with that? Hashtag steam it up. Let's see if y'all following. Let's see if y'all following right now. I'm going to be looking too.
So, Professor.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing it right now.
All right, you share. I'm going to talk to Lilly. Lilly.
Sure.
Relationships. So when people think relationships, I'm a guy. I think sex. I'm sorry. I start thinking the sex side of the relationships. And do you find that men? I know I can speak for men because I'm a guy. When women talk relationships, are they talking the sex side or are they talking the?
I know women that both are important. Okay. It depends on where they are in their single life. Sometimes they don't want to, be bothered with relationships, and they just want, a friends with benefit or something physical, nothing too serious. Then you do have women that want a relationship. They want to get married again, or they just want, a union of some sort, live together type of thing, especially over 40. But they think about sex too.
Do they? I don't know.
We talk about all of that.
Y'all do.
Yes. Sex is very important.
James,
believe it or not.
Did you realize that?
Yes. Yes, they talk about it. We're just not privy to it.
Okay.
They definitely talk about it.
See, we got two single people on the panel today and a married guy. So I'm sitting here soaking it all up because y'all know they don't talk about it on my side of this fence. So let me stop saying that. But
Eric was shocked when I talked to him about the dating situation out here over 40. I was married for 16 years, been single for the last 6, and I thought, we're back in the 90s. No, catastrophe. So that's what prompted me to start my podcast, because I noticed on social media, men and women are saying the same thing as to what they want, and nobody's making a change. So it's just a venue for us to speak our minds and kind of come to a common ground, and just speak on both sides, men, women, single, in a relationship.
I like that, because see, now you said you've been married for 16 years. So let's start there. Because I just jumped right in. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all forgive me. I heard the relationship, James and Lily, and I just dove in. But let's start there. Who is Lily? Break us down. Can you just yeah, let's talk about who's Lily.
So I am a mother of two. I have a 17-year-old and a 23-year-old. I've always been involved in entertainment in some way, shape, or form. I used to sing, dance. With my business, I'm a recruiter as well, so I like to meet people, network. I'm very outgoing, not scared of anything. So this is a great new venture, great new partnership. Like I said, with the podcast, I just jumped into that. I had no idea what I was doing. I had a vision. I got a panel. It's on hiatus because we had some technical issues, but it's still always a hot topic. I still have my social media. I still share. And just keep the topic going until we see some change. 2 people on my panel are in relationships.
Okay.
I'm happy to report. And the others are still looking, but they all know what they want.
Okay.
What they're looking for. They're not settling and
okay. We talked about that, James. Me and Lily was talking about that off air about the not settling. So let's talk about that, Lily. We saying that backtrack. We got some time, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all, they ain't gonna want to go nowhere on this show. Today's show, you said you're recruiting your business.
Yes.
Talk
it's
about
that.
It's
a lot like dating. I always say that.
Really?
It is, because when you interview for a job, a lot of people that I recruit are nervous. And I'm like, just be yourself. Be comfortable, because they're not only hiring you for your skills, but how you're going to fit in with the team and the company and the culture. So same with dating.
Okay.
You go on a date, if someone's too nervous, or you really don't get to know who they are, you're not going to continue dating them. You say, they're boring, or they're not going to, we're not a match, there's no chemistry. So it just all intertwines.
Okay.
So Lily, you mentioned fear, like you mentioned not having no fear as a recruiter. So how does that translate or carry over into relationships, like, and especially with the dating thing now, because a lot of people are using the internet now and things like that. So how does fear really play into it?
I feel like I've always had non-negotiables. And I feel like the fear comes in, you like someone, you think he's cute, but he may not be like he may want kids and you don't want any more kids. But if I tell him I don't want kids, then he's not going to pursue me anymore or whatever. So that's, I tell everyone, you have to have your non-negotiables before you go down the rabbit holes and feelings get involved. Because it's a red flag that's going to come up later on, whether a year, 2, 5 years. I just had a topic about social media and what's in a like in your relationship. Is it okay for a man to like another woman's picture? Is it if your mate says I don't like it, should you stop? So those are the types of things when it comes to fear. I know I've been fearful. I got the beginning when I started dating again. I liked the guy, but I was afraid to say, well, I don't want kids, or, I don't want to get married. I don't want a relationship. I've matured, and now I say exactly what I want, and if you don't meet that, then I'm done.
So let's rewind this. I want to ask this question, because you mentioned that likes. Ooh. What's it? What? See, I posted something the other day. My thought process, and you're going down my road, and I've been guilty, been in trouble. Now, my wife may watch this show, and hopefully she's not watching right now, because maybe she might not watch the show. So don't y'all go sharing this with her either, just in case this is what she missed. But does a like mean something? See, because I don't know.
It's a preference thing, I feel. Some people are comfortable and secure, and some people feel it's disrespectful. Doesn't mean they're insecure in their relationship. They're very territorial, who they're with. It's really a preference. And with social media not going anywhere, should there be boundaries? Should there be guidelines? Is it a deal breaker? I've seen relationships where that literally was the deal breaker. And the other person had to cave in and say, I love you. I'm not going to lose you over social media. This is stupid. Whether I think it's dumb for you not, to trip over a like, I'm still going to be with you because I care about you, and it's just social media. Why, It's just a comfort level. It's not even a trust thing. It's just some people think it's disrespectful. Some people think you're too insecure. It's just a preference. So, I mean, your wife's probably okay with you, you have to just know. You know your mate. You know what they're using it for.
Okay.
Could it evolve into something later on behind the scenes? You don't know.
See, because I'm realizing if it wasn't for we wouldn't be sitting here. I'm here with Miss, because we met. So we met through social media. We're part of a group, and it's a big networking group, and I wasn't afraid to reach out and say, hey, you know what, Lilly, I want to share some information, and I realized, I said, you know what, I would like to connect with you. And we were talking about business. I said, I would like to connect with you, and you allowed me to connect with you. Now, I look back, I've been trying to reach her, James, before. She had me blocked, right?
He was spamming me.
I was like, my message ain't getting through no more.
But the thing was, so how we met was he had posted something in a group that we're in together, and I was the only one that understood what he was saying. And he was like, thank you. And I'm like, dude, I'm a relationship expert, not by, profession. I didn't go to school, but just by experience. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's how this evolved.
Yeah. Through a post, I was like, she get it, and the rest of the people were like,
oh, they went in.
they tore me up.
Yeah,
they tore me up.
But I got it. I understand what he was saying. We're people, we're human. Everyone goes through different situations, and I'm glad that you asked the question because you did get people thinking.
Yeah, and the good thing I was in a relationship. If I wasn't, I was insecure.
You would have deleted the whole post.
I would have saved that one. I was like, wow, I'm just throwing it out there to help somebody else to get some information.
And I'm sure someone else had the same thought. They're just not going to post it. They're scared, but
Eric Grimes, no fear.
Yeah, no fear in 2020.
I like that. 2020 got to be fearless. So James.
Yes.
Yeah, I got two questions. This is burning me up. Number one, does the rules have to be audited? I would like to say, does the dating rules have to be audited? Because people are evolving. Like the things that might been acceptable maybe 20 30 years ago may not be as acceptable now. So
it's so fluid and lenient now. It's just
when do you have that discussion about the rules?
I mean, I feel like you said it. So the way when you go on, when you start dating, people, I don't do the dating app things, but back in the day I tried it, but it's so awkward, because you have to put it out there what you're looking for. And I remember there was one point where I was like, I don't know if I should put I want a relationship. So I just put, I just want to have fun. I was scared to put all that. And then I got jokers, messaging me. And then I got to a point where I was like, I want a relationship. Do not message me if you don't want one. So the way things are today, you have to be upfront with what you want. I don't care how fine they are. I don't care how much money they have. Because at the end of the road, you're going to break up over something that was important to you, but you were too scared to say, bye. Because of this or that.
And I'm glad you mentioned money, because that was my next question. Because we were on the CEO show, so we got to talk about some money. How important is it to establish, in your opinion, how's important it is to establish what your financial philosophy is and what you're looking for in the other person?
So my standard, everyone has their own. My standard is you have to just be a professional. Have your own place, have a career, no roommates. I want you on my level. I don't want to be with someone that's living with their mom or has a roommate or, is still in school trying to, start their career in their 40s. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying for me, because I'm already there, and the next level of my life, I want to travel. I want to be I want to go to Paris tomorrow and go. I don't want to have to worry about certain things. Okay. And I believe God's going to bless me with someone that's on my level.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't turn that down. We're going to come right back with the relationship expert. None other than Miss Lilly Mateo, of the host of Let's Chat. And James, we're going to pick right back up.
Yes, we
that
are.
Sound like that TLC right after this commercial. I don't want no scrubs. welcome back to I Am the CEO Show. I am your co-host, Eric Robinson, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator. And today I'm joined by my co-host,
Mr. James Burrell, a.k.a. the Professor. What's happening?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the relationship expert. You see her, the beautiful Miss Lilly Mateo here. Lilly, we've been talking about something. Me and James had this conversation. We just had a conversation just yesterday. Mm-hmm. We was talking about yesterday. You said, I want somebody on my level. You can't be living in your mama's house. And me and James were talking about that. It was like, that TLC, I don't want no scrub. And, you know, we talk about in business, sometimes in life, sometimes people, and I get what you're saying, but sometimes people are afraid to make sacrifices financially to get where they want to go because they don't want to be looked at as a scrub. Because Scrubs, the guy can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend ride.
But men are feeling the same way too. You know, men are, I've seen where they want a woman that's established too.
Okay.
You know, we're at, I think, over 40. In your 20s, you know, you're building with someone, I understand it. When you're over 40 and you're already, you know, a level of your career, financially, your children are off to college, or it's a different level of expectation. Because I know with my ex-husband, we established our life together, but I was in my 20s.
Okay.
Now I'm established, I have a career, you know, I want someone on that level. So it just depends on where you are in your life.
So now, I had a conversation, you had a conversation about this. You were saying you liked it as when you get on an airplane. I don't know.
Yes, so basically, because everyone says go with the flow, let's go with the flow. And I say no, in a relationship, it's kind of like going to the airport. You go, you have your ticket, you know exactly where you're going. You're not standing around waiting to see, you know, what flight's taking off where. There does need to be a goal in place. Over 40. I mean, I guess in every age group, but specifically for me, over 40. Because we are in a place in our lives where we want to travel. Our kids are off to college. You know, we have property. We have businesses that are successful. So it just depends on where you are in your life. But you should always have a goal as to what you want in a relationship. Regardless of what it is. If it's friends with benefits, say it's friends with benefits. You know, if it's just exclusively dating or just dating or whatever, you should know, at least the women that I know want to know where they stand in a relationship.
So, Lily, I hate, but how soon do you ask about the money? Like, what I'm saying is...
Oh, the money?
The money. How soon do you ask about the money? First date? Second date?
Yeah, because you'll ask what do you do for a living. I don't think you should ask people about their money. You'll know, you know, depending on what their career is. You know, they say they're a teacher, you know, they make about, you know, 60, 70,000, you know what I mean? You kind of know. But if they have their own place, a car, you know, they have their stuff together, you can tell if someone has it.
But that can fool you, Lily, because there's a lot of people out here have a house, have a car, have a job, but their philosophy might be spend.
Yeah.
It might not be invest. It might not be have multiple streams of income. It might not be look for other options. And that might be what I'm looking for. So is that important to talk about that?
I feel like everything is in threes, right?
Wait.
So the first 3 months, you date and see if you want to be exclusive. This is just a guideline. It's not a rule. So the first 3 months, you see if you want to date this person exclusively at 3 months. At 6 months, you'll say, okay, I want to be in a relationship with this person. And then at that point, between the 3 month and 6 month mark, you'll start to get to know people and start to see things. If you ask the right questions, things get revealed eventually. You can't hide. Your representative is not going to be there forever. Eventually stuff's going to come out. You can tell. If they can't, hey, I want to go on vacation. Oh, I ain't got the funds. You know, I got to wait. Type of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It always comes
out.
I
mean, it'll come out, but like my thing is, I don't want to wait 6 months to know if you're financially illiterate. I want to know now.
Ask it.
That's what I'm. So is that inappropriate to be that up forward? Look,
no,
I'm not.
If that's your non-negotiable, then you say it. I have 7. I think I'm up to 8 now. I think I'm up to 8, but my conversations are always about success, business, traveling, you know, those type of things. And if you can't communicate with me or you don't speak that language, then I can kind of tell, you know, in conversation where your money is and where you are, you know, business wise. Are you a renter? Are you an owner? You know, type of thing. Do you lease cars?
Okay.
Do you spend frivolously? You will see all that. That always comes out in the wash. But if it's important, ask it.
So let's talk about that. Because see, now I've only seen from the outside looking in. Are there a lot of people portraying online, do you think, to be one thing and then come out in reality? Because for me, most of the people I'm around, I know who they are. I have a small group of people, and people always talk about that. I kind of know who they are, and they represent themselves as who they are. If I talk to the professor, he's going to represent himself as who he is. I don't think professor ain't going to go say, you know what, I'm the CEO of Johnson Fabric, you know what I mean, and just to portray he's a certain way. But do you find out there that some people try to portray a certain way or let's say social media, than who they really are, and you can find out, maybe.
Yeah.
See, because I still
you would be surprised how many men lie about their age.
Really? Just the age?
Their age.
Well, hold on. There was a post the other day, doctor. There was a guy. He was 29 years old. He was a high school basketball player.
Hooping in high school.
Hooping in high school.
You gotta be kidding me.
And he said he didn't realize he was 29.
Wow.
Oh,
that's a thing recently that I've noticed men lie about their age. So for me, I do a background check. I don't play. And I do that just because of other people that I know. This is just in learning.
Check.
Yeah. It's called binverified.com. It's worth every penny if you're using dating apps and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you should invest in it because it'll tell you if they have a criminal record. It'll tell you, if they own their home, like a lot of things. The main thing I do it for is for the criminal record part.
Okay.
You want to see, my friend was dating someone and he ended up being a sex offender and all of that. So, but yeah.
That could be a deal breaker.
Yes, absolutely. Especially if you lie about it.
So do people ask that? Are you a sex offender? You come out and say
I just do. I don't ask nothing.
No, I already know you sex.
I just do this. On men lie that they're married. That'll tell you if they're married. Yes, it's brutal out here. That's why I just stay away.
Ooh.
It's very brutal. Yeah, social media has created. It's positive, but it also has that dark side.
Because see, I would figure that with the advent of social media, the dating game would have to be more direct. Because I've seen people do the speed dating thing, like, okay, are you Jewish? Are you Christian? Do you have a dog? Oh, I like him. And it's like, I go to the next one. Do you wash with this detergent? Do you travel here? And do you ice skate?
Scary.
Okay, cool. And it's like you go to so is it more? I think it has to be more direct now because you
do have to be very direct. You do. I'm telling you, I'm very direct. I give my non-negotiables. Period. Because I know down the road it's just gonna come up, and we're not gonna be together. Why am I gonna invest my feelings and my time in you if I know that you're involved in something where you just don't meet some of my expectations, and they're basic expectations, but
But you know what,
important.
Lily, can we get the next slide too, real quick? Producer, y'all can hit me with the next slide. Lily, you talked about something, and I think we want to come back to that. But you mentioned the word when me was on the phone several times, investment.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So you talk about investing into somebody, investing into a relationship. Who's going to invest into me? And I never really paid much attention to that, but I guess you really are investing into somebody.
And your life.
Wow.
It's a big deal. It is an investment. And I'm not even speaking financially. It's more emotionally. Mm-hmm. Do you want to invest in this person? Because that's what I think is lacking. There's always looking at the one up. There's something better out there, or I don't want someone telling me what I can and can't do on social media. I want to do this, that. But in reality, if you meet a nice person and you want to take a chance with them and they meet all of your expectations, your checklist, you should take a chance and stop dealing with people on the bench. Mm-hmm. That's the problem that I see. No one's investing in anyone anymore. They're just not at my age. Ooh. 40 and over. 40, Even in their 30s, though, actually. I know some 30-year-olds that are struggling.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. You just mentioned your age. So that brings me to a good segue. Can we talk about this group? Because you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this group. So I want to give them a plug, even though they wear me out. They wear me out. I'm telling you, Tam wears me out.
No, Tam's holding like this.
LJ, she wears me out. She's on it. They on her job. So the Joyce, I'm giving you a shout out. I'm calling you out. Yeah, you on your job, but they wear me out. So can we let the people know how we met and let's talk about this group, because I want to make sure they get the proper due respect, because I'm really proud of them. Y'all
They're
do
amazing.
it.
And
they really are.
They keep, it's called Exclusive E40. It's on Facebook. It's a group for 40 and over, but they'll let some mid-30ers slide in. But we talk about everything from relationships to media to, we joke more than anything else, which is why I love the group so much. We have events as well, quarterly events. But it's a fun group to be a part of. It's clean. We try to keep it clean, no bad words. I know some people don't like that, but it just makes it a fun environment that you can look at work. Even if your kids are around, you know what I mean? You don't want them to see like inappropriate things on your screen. So I understand it and I like it that way.
So I want to talk about that, because you have some admins and some moderators. So y'all take time. It's a business, and the way you run it, it's run professionally like a business. Can you talk about that? How is that set up? Is it just by happenstance, or do y'all have conversations?
No, we have behind the scenes conversation. Tammy started it back in 2015 with Mike. And it just took off in this area. She noticed that she started it out in the Midwest, and then it took off here. Okay. And it's just blown up. Some of my dearest friends I met at the first brunch that I went to with E40.
Okay, so.
And it's a fun place.
James, are you part of that group?
Yeah, I'm in the group.
Yeah, we're like 60,000 now.
I don't comment tough, but I'm in the group. I see what's going on. Yeah.
So you say 60,000? Over 60,000. So how is this?
When I joined, there was under 10,000. That was back in 2016 January.
She started in 2015. You know what? I noticed. I've been a member of the group since like 2015. I think maybe
October, November. It was towards the end.
How do you know?
Because that's when I started. Because it was the first Halloween party they had in the mansion. Yeah.
So I want to talk about this because and somebody just put me in the group. I don't even know if you can do that anymore on Facebook.
I didn't even know what groups were.
Yeah, I didn't know what groups were back then.
I don't know how I got in there.
Y'all need to be part of this thing. Everybody's adding thing. I think Facebook changed that. You can't just drop somebody in the group now. But so I want to talk about that. How y'all run this thing, the management structure of it, because I think it might help some people in business. Because a lot of people are thinking about how I run a group. Do you mind giving a little bit? I don't want to give Tammy's secret sauce, but what's some of the things you've seen that helps the group maneuver from the business aspect of y'all running this?
For us, definitely, having the presence on Facebook and then doing the events to, have our members come out and meet each other and mingle and network as well.
Okay.
That's, the core of it. And it's always been the core is the members.
Okay.
Meeting people, networking, having events where you can meet people face to face and build relationships with them. The business side, you just, if we have a relationship with you, they could let you promote and things like that. But that's another.
But, just the business of running, because I noticed if something gets done, the moderators, the admins, y'all are on it.
Because behind the scenes,
the behind the scenes of running that page.
Yes.
The
yeah. So we monitor it all day. We see everything that's going on. The moderators will reach out to someone that posts something inappropriately.
Okay.
And, tell them the rules. But I love that about the group. Because I'm in some groups where they just post whatever.
Yeah, so that's by design, you're saying?
Yes.
So y'all talk about the moderators are supposed to do this, the admin's supposed to do this. So y'all got real... I know Facebook assigns you roles, but that doesn't mean... I got groups and but they don't know what to do. They don't do anything. You've been in a room, it's just wild west. So you're saying...
So for the admin teams, we do more of the promoting of the group. So Let's Chat partnered with them to promote Let's Chat as well as promote E40, and to have more of a presence, with pages and groups that they want to partner with.
Okay. I like that.
And I help them with events. When I started Let's Chat, I got invited to a ton of events to host. So those are relationships I built to also include E40 and do our events and things like that. So.
What's your take on that, James? Did you really?
No, I didn't realize there was that much work involved behind the scenes. You really have to monitor the activity.
The level of quality that we want to have. You do have to monitor. We have over 60,000 people, and they post some crazy things. We don't want that's not what our group is about. You know, it's about fun and, you know, no bullying, no shaming people. And it also helps us think, you know, keeps us on our toes, you know, with topics and things like that.
Yeah, and so that's why I wanted to really just touch on that, because I think sometimes that can go underrated. If you're just, and this is a CEO show, so we want to touch on that, because some of those things you don't know as a participant. You know, you don't think that there's somebody running this thing behind the scenes. There's somebody running this thing, and y'all are actually coming together. There's a method to the madness.
Yes.
And every now and then, I'm gonna shout out to Tammy because she'll talk about there's a method to my madness. I got y'all.
No, she's been blessed with that knowledge of building groups. Okay,
that's a big thing, building groups. So I know I'm trying to squeeze some of that goodness out of you, but she holding it to she holding it in. Lilly got some stuff she ain't telling me, but I'm gonna stay on topic. So if they're watching,
we love you guys.
Just notice she didn't give up the secret sauce, man.
The secret sauce. No, I can't give that
up. She didn't give up the secret sauce. So we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk more about this business and women in relationship. It's the holiday season. Yeah. I want to talk about that right after this commercial break. I'm gonna try to break Lilly down. See if she gives me the secret sauce. She gonna give me the sauce.
Oh. From my experience, the ball goes flat for everyone, and many of these athletes aren't prepared.
The biggest thing for college athletes that I've seen and that I've experienced is really maintaining that scholarship. You know, there's no such thing as a 4-year scholarship. I never knew that before.
As far as the college process, it would be a benefit if coaches were able to educate me on the process. So that's something that I'm finding out that we're having to do on our own.
I wish there was an app that could walk me through the NCAA clearinghouse.
I find myself always wanting to rely on coaches. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do it myself and help my son through his journey on the field and off the field.
When I was in school, it always felt like my parents were nagging me about my grades. I had the fastest track time in the district, so I just knew I was going to get a scholarship. When it didn't happen, I was devastated. Not only was my sports career over, but I was also not accepted into my college of choice.
If I had an app that would teach me about sports, I would love it.
Whether you like it or not, sports is a big part of our lives. In the U.S. alone, 36.2 million students grades K through 12 participated in sports for 2016. Did you know that high school participation has increased for 28 straight years? Youth athletics is now big business and is estimated to generate over $15 billion in 2017. The time and financial commitment to compete and succeed is greater than ever before. Unfortunately, 3 decades later, the same question remains. Why are so many athletes continuing to fail? Welcome to Smart Jock, the premier youth athletic company. At Smart Jock, our dedicated team has created the perfect blend of new technology, education, and real-life experiences to revolutionize the world of sports. Our company's mission is to make every athlete better. A few of our products and services include Smart Jock apps, Smart Jock IQ, Smart Jock workshops, Smart Jock online classes, and Smart Jock Media. We need your help to bring this to life. So many families are in need of Smart Jock and they don't even know it. We can't do it without you, the fans, to give us that boost to get started. It's kind of like having the home field advantage. Your donations matter and every dollar makes a difference. To support our team, visit www.smartjock.net. That's www.smartjock.net. Remember, Smart Jock is not just a slogan, it's a way of life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to I Am a CEO Show. I am your co-host, Eric Robinson, aka the Soul Motivator. And today I'm joined by my co-host,
Mr. James Burrell, aka the Professor.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by our lovely guest today, none other than Miss Lilly Mateo. Lilly is the host of Let's Chat. Also, Lilly, you're a business owner. Mm-hmm. We didn't get into all your business perspective, but you are a dynamite recruiter, and so you deal with a lot of professional individuals. Hold on, James. Look, we got a caller there?
Yes, we have a caller on line 1. Caller, state your name.
Shelly. And Shelly is sick and tired of babies acting like they're a man sometimes, don't want to work, want to play video games, streaks in their underwear. I'm sick of it.
Kick that one out.
Shelly, where you find these people at?
I'm serious. A guy spent the night at my house. It was been going out for a while, and he started to get up, and I pretended like I was asleep. Get up so he could leave. I have a California king, so he had to keep sliding to get to the bottom.
Okay.
So he could stand up and get his clothes on. And when he left, I look over, and there's a brown line about an inch wide all the way down my new sheets.
Am I being...
And I thought, my kitty cat didn't do that. My kitty's a clean cat. It was him. I sniffed it. It was fecal matter.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that sounds like
grown man.
That's like a real dirty cat right there, Shelly.
To the guys out there, get yourself a pair of black underwear. Don't go over Shelly's house with no black drawers. Black drawers, no tidy whities. Black drawers only, okay? That's going to solve the problem.
Okay.
And get some
wipes. If that's bad, I went out with another guy. He wanted me to meet his mother. I met his mother. He disappeared somewhere in the house. And then I said, well, let me go. I've been here 20 minutes. Nice meeting you. I'll stop back by. I get in my car, and it won't start. It wouldn't. My Beamer was running fine, but it would not start. He had taken the distributor cap off so that I could not leave.
What?
Wow.
Shelly, where are you meeting these guys?
I need somebody that doesn't want me to call them daddy, that doesn't want to spank me, and that's mature, successful, educated. Am I asking too much? Where are they? I
Not
go
where
to
you're
church.
looking. Shelly,
I
where are you
don't want
meeting
an
them?
85-year-old man.
Where are you meeting these guys?
Oh, somebody will introduce me to them, or I'm working on a project, and they'll come up and introduce themselves. That's the only way.
So there's something about them that attracted you to them then. It's just after the fact you start to see the dirty drawers and they try to kidnap you. I mean, listen, as long as you're not continuing to be with these men, you're on the right track. It's when you try to make a relationship out of these two jokers.
Relationship? I think I'd have to know somebody 10 years. I haven't had sex since 2013. My friend said, oh, that's worth some money. But I don't want to. I'm not motivated. Not with what's approaching.
Shelly. Wow, that's interesting, Shelly. You know what? We're gonna talk a little bit later. We're gonna talk a little bit later, Shelly. And so, I'm glad you called. I'm so glad you called because this is the right show. Yes. We're gonna talk to you in a second.
Oh.
We're gonna talk to you in a second. Yes, indeed. Right here, Shelly. Lily, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what Shelly talked about. She's saying some of these guys.
I'm sorry.
She's saying some of these guys aren't. I mean,
she's just meeting them with friends. You know, I mean, my friends know better than to introduce me to. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unfortunate. Like told, it's very, very brutal out here, and you know, it's unfortunate that these dudes. I mean, that's just how it is. Unfortunately.
So, and that's real life. Like
that's
so
real life.
So unfortunately, that really does happen.
Yeah.
You know,
it's rough out here.
Wow.
Trust me when I tell you. And you know, once you know, she doesn't want to she wants. It sounds like she wants a relationship, but she just hasn't met anyone that's worth a relationship right now. And the best thing she is doing is, being abstinent and not involving, sex to complicate it.
So let's talk about it. It's holiday season.
Yes.
Here we are in holiday season. This is a big deal because for some people, it's exciting times. My boo, my baby.
The holiday party, my date.
Yeah, so now it's holiday parties and I got to find a date. For some people, this can be stressful.
It was stressful for me a couple years ago, but I just took my best friend and I had a blast. You know what I mean? I mean, take your best friend, your besties. We're each other's, we have each other's back, and it is what it is.
James, what's your take over there? You've been kind of soaking in this show.
I think Shelly.
Shelly
took the cake. Poor Shelly.
Yeah, I'm all the way left with.
I feel sorry for her. We got to do a dating game for her.
I had no idea that dudes.
When I tell you it's brutal, I'm telling you.
Wow, that's.
I haven't even told you guys the horror stories.
Ladies, I didn't know it was that bad. I feel bad. I don't even. I just wasn't expecting the brownie slide.
And
the car thing.
They want me to leave, so they took off.
That's scary.
That's scary.
First, they got to know how to take off. Yeah, I know.
When did he have time to get? You at this mother house. When did he have time to go take off the distributor cap?
20 minutes. That's scary.
That is
that's a 911 situation.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's horrible. So
this is before sex.
Wow.
I don't know. Well,
she said she ain't had sex with these guys. This without the sex.
He was just laying in her bed as she
said. Yeah, that ain't that. He lay in the bed naked. We had sex. Maybe the story. Maybe this happened back in 2010. I don't know. Shelly ain't found them. They knocked Shelly out the game for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So you said you had some stories.
Ooh.
If you had a story you could share online, what's the?
It's just crazy. When I first started dating, like I used my best friend was like, "You have to get on a dating." I'm like, no. So she got me a subscription to Match. Mm-hmm. And that's what started all of this, because it was a bunch of characters. The first guy, and they all had names. The first guy was Mr. Frisky. He was grabbing my ankles at the table, slapped my butt, and I'm like, bye. Like, never again talk to him.
Man, how you grab your ankles at the table?
He's like, and I'm like, put your hands where I could see them, dude. Yes, very inappropriate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started writing a book. It's called Dating in the Virtual World, because it just triggered. I was just journaling all this madness, and it just evolved now into my podcast. Wow. It intrigued me how weird people are.
I can see that, Lily, because you said if you put it in perspective, people over 40.
I was 38 then.
Those might be some analog dudes. They might not know the rules of what the new game is.
So inappropriate.
And it's like, because I have friends that I know that are, like, they may see a woman they like and they'll grab her arm and say, "Hey, can I talk to you?" Now,
if he's cute, they might let him slide. But if he's gross,
it's slid. But now you might be a Me Too movement.
Again, if he's cute and you have chemistry and he grabs your arm, it might be cute. But if it's like some joker that you're not really interested in, it's like, don't touch me type of thing.
But every guy may think they cute, though.
Well, you have to tell him, like, I just put your hands where I can see him.
I see what you're saying. I'm just being devil out because there's some guys that think they the guy.
So socially,
you gotta let them know they not.
Yeah, you better in a nice way. You brought up a good point, because if I was somehow in that dating world going back now, some of the things that might have been appropriate, like say, it might have been, hey, lady.
It's all about chemistry, though. Like, someone I dated, we had amazing chemistry. We were talking at the bar, and he would touch my arm. It just depends. It wasn't creepy. There was that chemistry going on. But if it's somebody and you're, it's cold and it's like, no,
so
like,
how do we know?
That. It's a chemistry thing and vibes. Like, you get a vibe. It's like,
See, I don't. Everybody.
Body language.
Everybody's not a viber.
And everybody don't read the vibe correctly. Like,
yeah.
Like it's okay. Let me give you an example. And again, I'm not telling on my friends, but I know a guy who says, if a woman smiles at me, it's a wrap. I got her. Like, that's his metric. Like, if you smile, that's it. He's in. He's good. He's good.
She might just be a smiler.
So, like, people have their things. So, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, she smiled at me. It's on.
Oh, poor thing.
You know, so it's like
poor guy. But he needs to. How far has that gotten him? How far has that gotten your friend?
He's an active dater.
He's still dating. There's your answer.
He's an active dater.
But they're out there. So I guess we don't know. See, because sometimes you hear there's things you can't do, guys. These are things you don't do.
I mean, you shouldn't.
But then I'm
off
hearing.
The bat. But if you have chemistry and you'll know.
See, that's the thing. The chemistry is a great line. See, women. Y'all can read that. That's because chemistry is an emotional piece. It's not logical. There's
Men
nothing to say.
read it too. Men read it.
They read, but a lot of times men read it wrong. And I've seen it. Men, like James said, I know guys like that.
She smiled at me.
She on me.
She on me. She been looking at me too long.
Yeah.
I done heard it all.
But I mean, like if you're having a conversation with someone, you know, and you're vibing.
No, it don't take much for a lot of guys.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. The vibing.
Yeah, what he said is a woman vibe maybe over here. A guy vibe is kind of down here a little bit. Like, it don't take much.
It don't take much. So it's like, whoo. She feeling you.
She feeling me.
She feeling you.
But I'm going to give you guys a secret before we go. If a man pursues a woman that he's really attracted to and wants her, he'll get her. Especially these day and age. If you're going to commit to a woman, I don't care if you're short. I mean, you still got to have standards like money and stuff like that. But you pretty much can get a woman. You just have to pursue her properly. Don't say, I don't want to spend money on a date. No, buy her the flowers. Take her out. Women still like that. It will buy you some time with her.
So
those things still work.
so relationship, what I'm hearing you saying is the relationship and the vibe, at the end of the day, is still there. Yeah. Chemistry is still a big deal. Slowing down and knowing the female, knowing the person, still matters to women.
Yes.
Guys, there's hope. There's still hope for you, fellas.
Yeah.
There's still hope for you.
I'm trying to help us. I'm trying to change the culture here.
We can do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
One guy at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, one man at a time, one woman at a time. And this is holiday season. And so here's the one thing I do realize in business. I want to get your last part and thoughts, James and Lily. Because in business, when you're happier in your relationship, I think your business can flourish a little bit more.
Absolutely. Everything will flow.
So what's your take on that, Lily? Let's close it. So what's your take on that? Is that a true statement? That's just my feeling.
Yeah. If you're able to pursue your business and give it your all and you have a supportive mate, yes. And you don't have someone nagging you, no. You will flourish.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the CEO Show. If y'all want to hear more of these type of things, we got to get Lily back again.
Yes.
I need y'all to comment. Let's chat. Comment right there. Let's chat so we can talk more about this relationship, men, business, the sex that y'all want to talk about but afraid to talk about.
Message some topics to Eric.
Message some topics. Tell me what y'all want to hear about. Talk to me. Let's chat. Let's talk. I'm the CEO Show. I'm your co-host, Eric Robinson, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator. On behalf of my co-host, Mr. James Burrell, and our special guest, Miss Lily Mateo, we're going to see y'all next week.
Yes.
And don't message me.